Hey Bloomers! For today's video, I'm going to be discussing why I feel counseling or seeking professional help is important for anyone's self-development or personal growth journey, and I'm just going to give you some insight on how it has helped me. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel where I share all aspects of personal growth and self-development. If you're new here, welcome. This is a judge-free zone, so if you like what you hear, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and join the movement. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and get into it. So what is counseling and why do I feel it's so important? I'm going to share with you a definition because I feel like it's better if I'm giving you value. Professional relationship that empowers diverse individuals, families, and groups to accomplish mental health, wellness, education, and career goals. Nowadays with our society, seeking professional help is looked down upon, and we need to share positivity whenever it comes to someone seeking professional help, because not everyone is able to address the situations that we have and the issues that we personally have. And I'm sorry, but your best friend is not your counselor. So whenever it comes to that, we just need to keep in mind that these people go to school to seek professional training and education to better assist us with things that we don't even understand ourselves, right? But if you're going through something and if you're watching this video, I don't feel like you're watching this video by mistake. And if this touches you in any type of way, just pick up that phone. Pick up the phone and just schedule an appointment. You never know what counseling could do for you. There is always a pre-screening process that is going to come with this. So it could possibly be that you don't need professional counseling, but you may need something else, and that is still okay. It is not something to be ashamed of. It takes so much bravery and so much you're just brave doing it, taking that step to say, yes, I am struggling, and yes, I do need help. Alright, so 6-8 months ago, I was just going through a very tough time figuring out who it was that I was as a person, and I've always been going through my own personal journey with self-development and just all of that good jazz, right? But I just felt like I wasn't myself, and I didn't understand that. I was in a relationship, I was just becoming someone that I wasn't, and I didn't understand that. I just didn't get it. I was still obviously struggling with some personal traumatic events from my childhood, and I just was very sheltered, closed off to anybody and everybody. I was in a relationship, and even that person I was just pushing away, and just, again, someone that I just was not, and it was not cool with me to just stay that way, because I just knew as a person that that wasn't who I was, and that wasn't the person that I wanted to be for the rest of my life. Long story short, I ended that relationship. I may have not ended the relationship the way that I personally wanted. Again, I felt like I was someone that I wasn't in that moment, but it is what it is. I ended the relationship. I definitely get it if there's family members or friends or anything in your life that is just saying that this is not something that you have to do because you're weak, or you're stronger than that, you don't need it. No, don't listen to that. It's up to us to take care of ourselves. But again, these counselors and therapists and all them, they're not doing anything but helping you figure out yourself. I was so nervous. I didn't know if it was going to be for me. I didn't know if it was going to work. I didn't know all these things, but yet I still took a chance on it, and I don't regret it at all. And I am in a space that I never thought possible. I'm doing things that I never knew that I could do, and I just love myself in a way that I never thought possible. So I wish this peace and clarity on every single one of you who is watching this video if you're going through a tough time. So I did start counseling, And again, I was in that headspace of just like, I don't know if this is gonna work. So I was already like coming in with a negative mindset, which I don't recommend. Whenever I was doing counseling, I was drinking, going clubbing, and yeah, that doesn't really mix, especially when you're going through so much and you have so much going on in your mind, have so much going on in your life, and just baggage that you have carrying around that you just haven't dealt with, that you've just been pushing off and haven't dealt with. Yeah, that doesn't all mix. I stopped drinking. Just for me personally, when I was drinking, I would come home and I would just cry my eyes out, and I didn't know who to turn to, and I was going through some stuff in counseling that were just coming up, things from my past and things that I just hadn't dealt with. It was just like all my wounds were opening up, and so you put alcohol in that and it doesn't really mix. Just be aware that there's going to be things and there's going to be changes that you're going to personally be making that not even you understand, but just do it because it's going to be the best thing for yourself. I would just say, when you do come into counseling, please have an open mind. Please be honest with your counselor. Do not hide anything. Do not sugarcoat anything, because again, they have the tools to help you figure out yourself. So if you're over there sugarcoating stuff and just keeping out information that is important for them to know, it's only going to hurt you. Just be honest, because at the end of the day, no one can judge you but yourself. Going into it, I just went, after I got over the fact that, this might not work for me, I just gave it my all. And so I ended up doing this writing therapy through one of my traumatic traumas. So I, as a child, was molested by a family member who I won't mention at this time. I want to keep that to myself. I mean, that's, personal, but it happened. I used to carry it as something that it was my identity, which I now know that that's not true. It is part of who I am, and I can't change any of that. But it's not who I am, it's just made me who I am. You're gonna need a support system. I don't care who that is for you. I don't care if it is a coworker. I don't care if it is your next door neighbor. I don't care if it's your family, your friends. If you don't have a support system, or you think you don't have a support system, because that's kind of what I thought, you just have to find the right people to lean on, because there's going to be moments that you just want to give up. Because when you start this, you're peeling back band-aids and opening wounds, and things are just going to come out that even you don't understand and are not going to be able to comprehend. And you're just going to need someone there just checking in on you. Hey, how was your session? Hey, are you doing okay? Hey, do you need me to come over? Hey, do you need me to come clean your house? Do you need me to come cook for you? Because there's going to be things that you're going through that you're just going to feel like, I'm just mentally exhausted, right? But you can do this by yourself. It just helps when you have someone there, because it's just gonna be hard. It's gonna be very, very difficult. And the more that you push people away, get out of that headspace, because baby, once you start counseling, that ain't gonna happen. My journey, I pushed a lot of people away because it got really, really hard for me. I was reliving some of the things that I went through. I was dreaming about some of the things that I went through. It was just a constant thing. I was getting triggered every single day, and I was having to figure out basically what's triggering me, right? And figure out how to overcome those things. And so I was, like I said, it was just mentally exhausting. And I, at the end of the day, just didn't want to sit there and cry with someone. I didn't want anyone to know what I was going through. I didn't want anyone to feel sorry for me or treat me any different. Because I think that's one of the biggest things is why people don't seek professional help, is that whenever you start telling people, people judge you right away. Once I got out of the headspace of caring about everybody else and what everybody else thought, that's when my journey, it shifted. And I feel like that is something that is going to be very, very life-changing for some people, because it has been life-changing for me. And that is exactly why I'm saying, if you're watching this video right now, you're not watching it by mistake, because I'm just gonna tell you, if you're not religious, that is perfectly fine, but the God that I believe in put this video on my mind today. So I feel like if you're watching this video, it is for a reason, and you may have something that you need to work through. You may just need to go and seek some type of professional help. Just get in a space where it's just where you don't feel like you're being judged, and you're able to actually speak with someone and not feel like anything that you ever say is gonna be either, number one, not listened to, and number two, where you're just made to feel even worse about yourself. Sometimes I did try to open up to friends and family about certain things that I was feeling and going through, and I just felt like I was never heard or listened to or understood. Like, that's a big one. If you feel like you're not being understood right now, pick up that phone. Let me pick up the phone for you, and let me schedule your appointment. This has to be for you, okay? So I can't do this for you. Your friend can't do it for you. Your family can't do it for you. So until you're ready, I don't know what to tell you. I was supposed to start counseling for everything that I've gone through about 4 years ago. It wasn't until I figured out, and I feel like I hit rock bottom, and I just was like, you know, what's the worst that can happen? You know, I'm already feeling the worst. I already feel that I'm not myself. I'm not who I'm supposed to be. So all I did was I picked up the phone and I just said, you know what, let me call. I cried. I was on the phone like fighting back tears whenever I was talking to the receptionist. It was just one of those things where it was so emotional for me. It was so hard for me to actually pick up that phone and just be like, I'm doing this for me. You know, there's no looking back. Like, I'm just over feeling like crap. I'm just over feeling like shit. You know, and I just had to do something about it, right? Because like I keep saying, is that no one can do this for you, and that is literally what personal growth and self-development is all about. It's all about you, baby. And if you are not feeling good, and if you're not taking care of yourself, then I'm sorry, you're gonna stay stuck. You're gonna stay in whatever situation that you're in because you're not doing anything about it. If you do need the professional help, go and seek it. Just that is my honest opinion. I feel like at the end of the day, we don't really know until we do something, and that is so powerful. Right now, I feel like I have found myself, and I have a lot of tools that I can overcome pretty much everything that I'm going through. But I will say that I'm still in counseling. I'm still seeking that professional help, because even though I have overcome a lot of things, I'm still going through a phase in my life where I'm kind of reverting back to certain things, you know, false narratives and things like that. So I will say that I'm still seeking that professional help, because I don't want to go back to my old ways. If you do seek professional help, and you do get a counselor, and you do overcome certain things that you haven't been able to overcome in the past, I recommend that you continue to stay through it and just ride it out, because you may come to a point where you do overcome that, but you can easily revert. And that is not what we want to do. We want to keep moving forward, right? Alright, so thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button. Comment down below what your thoughts are on this and seeking professional help. Have you sought professional help before, and what has it done for you? And if there's anything that you would like me to cover in the future. If you aren't already a part of the Bloom movement, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit that bell button so you don't miss a thing. Until next time, spread love and positivity. Keep working on you, boo. I'm out, and I'll be back with more videos.